This is an explanation of the probability using the binomial distribution. Binomial distributions are what we call discrete distributions, and a discrete distribution is one where the possible values are integers only. So if I have a sample size of 11, the only possibilities are that I have 0 happening out of 11. I have 1 out of 11, 2 out of 11, 3 out of 11, and so on up to 11 out of 11, meaning all everything could happen. So if I want just a specific value, probability of 0 out of n samples occurring. And there's a probability that any item could occur is 47%, then I would use the binomial distribution. My first value would be the k, meaning none happened. And the second would be n, which would be 11. And the third would be 47. And then I would have a 0 at the end of that, indicating that there are no, that it's exactly a K, exactly that number. So, and if I run that through Excel, I get this answer here. Now, what if I wanted exactly 2 choice chances out of 11 occurring? So think of it like I bought 11 lottery tickets, okay? What are the chances of me winning on at 2 of those lottery tickets? That's the question, okay? This was the question, 0 out of 11 lottery tickets winning that I bought with a probability of 47. Now we know 47 is not a legitimate lottery probability, but for our purposes, we'll use it. Binomial 1, 11, 47, and 0, meaning that, again, I'm representing exactly 2 lottery tickets won, and then this becomes my answer. The most difficult, that's pretty straightforward. The challenge that people have with the binomial probability distribution is when we have these other vocabulary terms. Remember, this is a discrete value for k. And again, I'm going to use the lottery, even though I'm using 47 as my probability, so that you can I think, grasp the concept better. Vocabulary less than or fewer than. So when I say x, when x is 5, and I want to know what's the probability of getting 5 less than 5 winning tickets. Okay. So if you look up here, the sample size is 11. There's a possibility of no winning tickets, 1 winning ticket, 2 winning tickets, 3 winning tickets, and so on. So the probability of less than 5 is this, either getting 0 or 1 or 2 winning, 3 or 4. Okay? So understand that. There's no less than 5, meaning that 4.9, there's no 4.9 in this to choose from. If you bought 11 tickets, they're either a ticket or there's not a ticket. Okay? Greater than 5, where x is greater than 5, that means that I'm looking at anything greater than 5. And so the probability of my winning tickets means that 6 of my tickets won, or 7 of my tickets won, or 8 of my tickets, etc., won. Now we get to the more complicated ones, which are at least. When I say, and I'm going to use 5 again as my number, when I say at least 5 won, then I'm looking at least 5. That means that at 5 or 6 tickets won, or 7 tickets won, or 8, all the way up to 11. One of those options occurred. Okay, that's what we call it. They're cumulative. Keep in mind that you understand what that means, okay? Because when I get down here, at most, if I say at most 5 won, that means that I got none. None of my tickets won. One of my tickets won. 2 of my tickets won, at most 5 won. Now, how do I do this in calculations? Here's where the complication gets. The binomial distribution function, and it's not any better in the with the calculator, has a fixed concept. It is the probability of finding some inequality less than or equal to. So I have to substitute into the binomial formula so that it will calculate less than or equal to. Okay, so now let's go back up to fewer than 5. Fewer than 5 meant this. Notice that it doesn't include 5. It is less than or equal to 4. None winning, 1 winning, 2 winning, 3 winning, or 4 winning. So when I write my binomial distribution, I put a 4 in for the K part. Okay. I put an 11 in for the N, probability of events 47, and now I use a 1 because I'm doing a cumulative. Because I'm not looking at just one chance of 4 winning or just a chance of 3. I'm looking at fewer than 5 winning. And so I write it this way. That's what it means. Okay. Now, if I want greater than 5, remember greater than 5 means this. But the formula only calculates less than or equal to. Now, the possibility of all of them, of any of them occurring, any one of the chances occurring, is 100%. Nothing up to everything. So look at my marker up there at the top. Greater than 5 is a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or 11 of my tickets winning. So the binomial calculation will only calculate less than. So I want 1 minus the calculation of 5, because I want the 1 minus the probability of less than or equal to 5. At least 5 is this. And so therefore, again, I can only calculate less than, so I'm going to calculate 1 minus the binomial distribution of 4, 11, 47, 1. And at most 5 means this. Means less than or equal to 5. And so therefore, and that's a straight binomial, the formula is going to work properly. I don't need any 1 minus. So that is how you're going to calculate these things. And I think that if you do that, you'll find that you're getting the right answers. Thank you for listening.